See, what we got here is a practice mat that I use home most of the time. It's a good quality mat. Been hitting off of one of these for a year. Can hardly tell that that I've been using the thing. So I got it mounted on a piece of wood so it doesn't slide when I hit it. If I hit it a lot with the irons, it might move a half an inch or an inch during a practice session. And so what I set up, put some lines on it. The main thing I'm trying to do with it is hit the ball in the center of the club. That's the primary thing. And let me get a club here. I'll show you. So these are the path, the swing path that I want to be right in the middle when I'm hitting the ball. And over the years I've done different things to give me some feedback on when I'm outside the swing lines there. Easiest thing was to put a box here, and if you come through and you catch it on the toe, you hit that thing out of the way. On the other side, it's a little difficult because of the angle of the club. You'll hit that box. So different things I've done, use a tee, and that works out pretty good. The only problem with both of those things is after you hit them, you got to get them and reset them every time. So that's a hassle. So what I finally came up with was this sliding mechanism where I can place these things anywhere along the mat that I want, and then I got a cushion here that I slide on. Got one on this side, and then let's say I set them opposite each other is the simplest way to show you what it does. And these are adjustable, so I can set these things precisely anywhere I want, how deep into the swing path I want, or on the line or back, just by turning the carrier here that holds the cushion. Same thing on this side. This one's set all the way back. I can take it all the way forward. On this one I've got it set to go as deep as the line. So I can go anywhere in between those two extremes. And this is precisely, you can set this exactly where you want it, so beginners or advanced players can set these things to do whatever they want. And because I got them on a slide, this would be for my iron, or a wood, maybe 3 wood or whatever, and then I can go up if I'm working on the driver. I'd want it back further so I can move them back. Something like so. and the advantage of this is the feedback that I get on every swing that I make. I guess most of the time I can come through, and I use it for the irons quite a bit. Most of the time I can come through pretty good. I'll hit one or the other occasionally. But if there's a pattern where I keep hitting the same one over and over, it kind of forces you to figure out what's going on and make an adjustment. So you stop doing that, hit the center of the ball. If you hit the center of the ball pretty regular, you're going to be straighter, longer, and more accurate. Okay, I want to show you a setup on the pad that I do with my driver. I've got the cushion set, and you can see I set it pretty tight. That driver takes up all the space between the lines there. So I'm usually maybe a ½ inch or so from the driver hitting those cushions. And when I first started with this, I was just using the 2 cushions to catch inside or outside the lines with the driver. And then just a few months ago I came up with a two more indicators, one on the bottom, one on the top. So I'm actually framing the area where I'm going to hit the ball. This particular thing just sits on there, and if I hit the ball low on the club, that means I'm up too high. I'm going to hit this and move it out of the way. And this is adjustable. Not only can I use it on the driver, if I set it up here with an iron, I can actually set the high point from the iron, so if I'm hitting thin, I'm going to hit this thing here. So I'm going to hit a ball and just see what happens here. I want to show you that these things are pretty rugged. You can hit that thing and it'll spin out of the way. It won't break. And while I'm here, I'll show you also with these lines on the pad, as you take a practice or waggle or whatever, you can see as you go back the path that the club is taken. And if you make an adjustment, say you're trying to hit a draw and you move your right foot back, you'll see the path change to the inside, which helps you hit a draw. And the opposite if you pull your left foot back for like fading it or a cut. You'll see that, and you see the path very easily what the changes in your stance and setup will do. And that's just because the lines are delineated. So I'm going to hit a ball, see what happens here. Okay, that was, if you can see that, that's a little low on the club, but you could live with that all day long. And it was a nice, I don't know, it's almost dead center on the club. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish with that. I'm trying to dial that in. And so now if I move these back and hit an iron, let's see here, I didn't show you what happens when you hit the cushion. Let me hit a cushion for you. So I'll set this up way out here so I hit that cushion. You see there's nothing really changed there. So if you do hit the thing, you just slide it back where it was. Most of the time I'm just nicking the thing and moving it, something like that. I just hit it full force to show you what it does. So if I come up here and set this up for my iron, that's probably close. I might put a little closer, a little closer than that. So these are actually set up where I can move them around pretty easily. I have more than two. So that's probably pretty close to what I do with an iron. So we set him up in here. That's actually not as tight as we want there. Let's try that. That's pretty close to what I set up. And so we want to come through there and just hit the ball and none of the cushions. Just like so. That was a good, really good hit. So it gives you an idea